So tell me about this production. Most folks know Twelfth Night, but this is a different spin on it. Urban Shake sort of modernizes Shakespeare, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for those who know Twelfth Night well, it's a unique comedy of Shakespeare's. We've got the twins, as was very common Shakespeare tool is the use of twins to add to the comedy. And then we also have this character, Festy, who is a musical fool, as he is referred to in the show. We have a girl who's playing the character, and we decided our take is Miami remix. So we take the show and then we transplant it into this really cool sort of like backyard pool / DJ atmosphere. And so Festy turns into this EDM DJ. So it's kind of like, you got to picture it kind of like Deadmau5 wearing this helmet and just rocking out to these EDM tunes by pressing a button. So that's our Festy character, and she just orchestrates the chaos of the show. And then we kind of have fun takes on Orsino. He's not just a duke, he's also this like rich boy, kind of Gucci gang vibes, really funny. And he gets to have a lot of fun with that character as well. And then we have an Olivia who's kind of this cool, reserved figure who kind of trots around on her side of town. And then Johnny's playing Malvolio, who's like her main, I guess like the guy who takes care of her house and tries to run everybody's life. So it's just a really fun, like I was in Twelfth Night back when I was in middle school, and it's just so fun to see Eric's vision turned into something unique. Like we have a pool on the stage for this show, and that's crazy, but our Shakescraft team has worked hours and hours to make this a reality. And so we've got LED boards, like I said, a pool. There's going to be characters in the pool during the show, and it's all going to be at the New Hazlet.
Now, do you all get involved in the adaptation? Is that something that is uniquely Urban Impact Shakes? It's not like you get a script of, a modern version of the play.
Right.
You actually are processing it and changing it as an ensemble.
Yeah, that is I'm glad you brought that up, because it does, like, we start the concept meetings as a production team, and we throw out some cool ideas, and we each bring our own idea to the table. And then really Eric's motto is like, the best idea is the best idea. So it doesn't matter who you are, if you're a student, if you're on the production team, if it's the best idea for the show, then we're going to go forward with it. So for concept design meetings, it's the production team, and then once the students join, it's fun because they add in their own little twists, and they're like, what if my character does this? And we go, well, that's a great idea. Why don't you try that, Johnny?
How cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. And I think if people are coming to see Shakespeare in its raw form, they're going to be disappointed, because that's not why we're doing it. We are doing Shakespeare, and we want to teach the kids about Shakespeare, but at the same time, we want it to be Johnny on stage. We want it to be the students like playing themselves into those characters. So it's not going to be your average Shakespeare show. It's going to be something unique and fresh, and it's going to be, like you're saying, an urban, modern take on it that I think gives it a new life, really.
That is Zack McClelland, who is here with Johnny Phillips representing Urban Impact Shakes, and the production opens August 3rd, so you've got time, and runs through August 11th at the New Hazlet Theater. I know you haven't done the show yet, but I would imagine as the run goes on, you might change a little bit depending on the reaction you get from the audience,
right.
Or the mood you happen to be in. That's got to be a lot of fun. Did that happen in previous productions, or has it?
Yeah, I mean, we've had multiple changes to shows when we've been rehearsing just by feeling and stuff, and like how even the students feel about the scene. Yeah. That's even happened like with this show, like just changing some stuff around in the scenes.
Yeah, what an interesting opportunity. One little story. Whenever I think of Twelfth Night, it's one of the first plays I saw, and I saw it in the same theater, New Hazlet Theater, and playing Malvolio was Leonard Nimoy. Spock.
Oh my word! What a treat!
Yeah, he was fun. He was so funny, and
that's funny.
it was an 7th or 8th grade field trip.
Oh my
and,
goodness!
My parents took us, my brothers and I, to Stratford many times,
Yeah,
and
wow.
to see lots of Shakespeare. But the 8th grade class field trip, we were just all, looking at Leonard Nimoy walking around with the staff playing
crazy.
Malvolio. He was really great. But we've got a monologue that Johnny is going to do, and we also have a little bit of the song that sort of ushers in the play. Do we need to set up his monologue?
I could set it up just a bit. So all of our music in the show is original, which is fantastic. We have Tiffany Austin is kind of our brain behind the music. She has been with Shakes for almost as long as Eric's been around with Shakes. She started off as a student. Now she's not a student, but she's a glorified volunteer with us. And it's a fun take because if you know Festy's music, you know his last song, which is "Hey ho, the wind and the rain. It's the rain, it raineth every day." And so she kind of took this really fun, almost EDM spin on it, and she's kind of singing in the background. And if you can't pick out all the words, that's the point. So if you're hearing it and you're going, "But I don't know what she's saying," it's kind of supposed to be this like garbled sort of electronic sound.
Let's take a listen to that. So you can imagine hearing that live as you get ready to enjoy Twelfth Night as presented by Urban Impact Shakes. And in a moment, we're going to have Johnny do a monologue from the play.
So to set up what's happening when I'm doing this monologue, so there's these guys, Sir Toby and Sir Andrew, along with Maria, who works for Olivia. And they don't like me a whole lot in the play. Because, I'm bossy. I like Olivia in the show. That's my crush, you could say. And they make this fake letter from her, and I find it. And at the very beginning, that's when I find it. And it's like a love letter from her. And in it, she tells me to dress up and be all weird. But it's like Olivia detests everything in that monologue that they have in there. So that's what's happening to me right there, and I become lovesick, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is awesome, because this is like my dream come true, basically. And, yeah.
Sounds good. Now, with a reminder that Urban Impact Shakes production of Twelfth Night will be at the New Hazlitt Theater on the North Side in Pittsburgh, opening August 3rd, running through August 11th. And here is Johnny Phillips with a monologue from that show.
What employment do we have here? By my life, this be my lady's hand. This be her very C's, her U's, and her T's. And thus she makes her great P's. It is, in contempt of question, her hand. To the unknown beloved this, and my good wishes, her very phrases. To whom should this be? Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know what follows. If this should be thee, Malvolio, I command where I adore, but silence, like a stinging knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. But first, let me see. M. Malvolio. M. Why, that begins my name. M. But there's no constancy in the sequel that follows under probation. A should follow, but O does. And then I comes behind. The simulation's not as the former. And yet, to crush it a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Oh, soft, here falls prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, a fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love. I thank the stars. I am happy. I will be stout, in yellow stockings, and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Oh, here yet is a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore in my presence still smile. My dear sweet, I pray thee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
That was amazing. You felt good. That was done live, scriptless, and suddenly Johnny looks relieved. But
Well, I always get nervous during that, just doing a scene and
you didn't look nervous at all. I'm just teasing. But you really nailed it.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
I hope it's a great show. And Urban Impact Shakes does how many shows per year?
Well, we do one over the summer, and then we actually work with Allegheny Traditional Academy down the road. We did their musical last year. So
Excellent.
We'll be working with them again this year
Great.
as well.
When that happens, let us know.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
we
can
will.
also support it. And Johnny, well, I hope we'll see you both again sometime soon.
Definitely.
What's the best way for people to learn more about the Urban Impact Shakes program itself?
That's a great question. We have, there's our website, it's uifpgh.org, and that's Urban Impact. We have a Facebook account, but you could also, if you're interested in buying tickets or learning more about the show, we're on the New Hazlitt's website, and we're also on showclicks.com. So if you search 12th Night and then search Pittsburgh, PA as the location, we'll show up right there. So, yeah.
Perfect. Well, best wishes for the opening coming up. Thanks for being with us.